The sun dips low over Redmond, Texas, on a sweltering August evening in 2016, casting long shadows across a dusty industrial lot. At 7:43 p.m., a scrapyard worker stumbles upon a grisly sight behind a rusted shipping container. It's Javier Torres, 29, a small-time drug runner with a quick grin and a rap sheet. His body lies crumpled in the dirt, a single gunshot wound to the chest, blood pooling beneath his faded denim jacket. The air smells of oil and decay, the only sound the faint hum of distant traffic. Redmond, a sun-baked town of 20,000, reels as police sirens pierce the dusk. Javier was no saint, but he was one of their own, a son, a brother, a fixture at local taquerias. His sister, Elena, collapses at the scene, her wails echoing as officers hold her back. The crowd whispers, Javier ran with rough circles, but who would kill him execution style? Suspicion swirls around Officer Danny Ruiz, 35, a decorated cop with a reputation for cleaning up Redmond streets. Danny was spotted near the lot hours earlier, his patrol car idling too long. Then a rumor surfaces, sharp as a blade. Javier wasn't just a crook. He was Danny's informant, their late-night meetings hidden from the precinct. A secret alliance born of mutual gain now lies in question. Did their pact go sour? Could a cop sworn to protect have pulled the trigger? As the scrapyard's floodlights flicker on, one truth glimmers. Redmond's trust is about to be tested, and secrets will bleed into the open. Redmond, Texas, in 2016, is a sun-scorched patchwork of strip malls, taco stands, and sprawling ranches, where the horizon shimmers with heat. The town's 20,000 residents cling to a rugged sense of community forged by Friday night football and church barbecues. Yet, beneath the surface, Redmond wrestles with a growing shadow, drug trafficking, fueled by its proximity to major highways. In this conservative, working-class enclave, law enforcement is revered, and cops are hometown heroes. But trust, once broken, unravels fast in a place where everyone knows your business. Javier Torres, 29, is a Redmond native with a crooked smile and a knack for trouble. A high school dropout, he drifted into the drug trade, running small-time deals for a local cartel. His denim jackets and quick wit make him a familiar face at dive bars, but his heart belongs to his family, especially his sister Elena, a nurse who begs him to go straight. Javier's life is a tightrope walk between loyalty to his roots and the allure of easy money. Deep down, he dreams of a way out, a chance to be more than his rap sheet. Officer Danny Ruiz, 35, is Redmond's golden boy. With his buzzed black hair and broad shoulders, he patrols the streets with a quiet intensity. A third-generation cop, Danny's badge is his pride, earned through busts that keep Redmond's drug problem at bay. He's married to Marissa, a high school teacher, and their 2-year-old son, Mateo, is his world. But the pressure to deliver results weighs heavy. Long shifts and dead-end leads chip away at Danny's ideals, leaving him craving control in a town slipping through his fingers. Elena Torres, 27, is Javier's anchor, her gentle strength a contrast to his chaos. Working night shifts at the hospital, she pours her savings into Javier's bail, praying he'll change. Redmond's cultural fabric, tight-knit, faith-driven, demands loyalty to family, but it also shuns those who stray. Javier's crimes and Danny's duty collide in this pressure cooker, where secrets are currency and betrayal is a spark. What happens when a cop and a criminal forge a hidden bond? Could their alliance ignite a fire that consumes them both? In Redmont's dusty streets, the stage is set for a tragedy that will leave no one untouched. January 2016 in Redmont, Texas, hums with the grind of a town fighting its demons. The neon glow of a taqueria on Route 17 casts flickering light across a cracked parking lot. Inside, Javier Torres, 29, nurses a soda, his denim jacket slung over a chair. Across the street, Officer Danny Ruiz, 35, sits in his patrol car, eyes scanning the lot. Redmont's drug trade is bleeding into its streets, and Danny's latest bust, a low-level dealer, hasn't dented the cartel's grip. Tonight, a chance encounter will bind these two men in a dangerous pact. It starts with a routine stop. Danny pulls Javier over for a broken taillight, recognizing him from prior arrests. Javier's easy grin masks his nerves as Danny searches his car, finding nothing but a pack of cigarettes. Instead of a ticket, Danny offers a deal: information for freedom. "You know the players, Torres," he says, voice low. "Help me, and I'll keep you out of cuffs." Javier, tired of jail and Elena's disappointed sighs, sees a lifeline. He agrees, slipping Danny a name, a mid-level supplier. The tip pans out, and Danny's precinct cheers another arrest. Their alliance grows in shadows, late-night meetings at abandoned lots, burner phones, coded texts. Javier feeds Danny leads on cartel routes, earning cash and leniency. Danny, hungry for results, feels the thrill of control, his busts climbing. But the arrangement is a tightrope. Javier's loyalty to his crew phrase, snitching, risks a bullet. Danny, sworn to uphold the law, knows his superiors would crucify him for working with a criminal off the books. In Redmont, where cops are pillars of trust, such a partnership is a betrayal of the badge, a violation of the town's moral code. Yet, the men are drawn deeper. Javier, craving redemption, sees Danny as a way to rewrite his story. Danny, stretched thin by precinct pressure, and Marissa's worries about his late nights, find purpose in Javier's tips. A handshake in a deserted warehouse seals their bond, but cracks form. Javier's cartel contacts grow suspicious, eyeing his untouched record. Danny's partner, Officer Vega, notices his odd hours, raising an eyebrow. The taqueria, their meeting spot, feels less safe, its neon buzz a warning hum. What happens when trust between a cop and a criminal turns brittle? How far will they go to protect their secret? In Redmont's restless nights, their alliance is a spark, and the fuse is already lit. By June 2016, Redmont, Texas, simmers under a relentless sun, its streets buzzing with unease. Javier Torres, 29, and Officer Danny Ruiz, 35, are entangled in a secret alliance that's fraying at the edges. Their late-night meets, once quick exchanges in deserted lots, now stretch longer, their burner phones lighting up with urgent texts. Javier's tips fuel Danny's busts, but the cartel's grip tightens, and the cost of their pact grows heavier. The taqueria on Route 17, their old haunt, feels like a trap, its neon sign a glaring spotlight. Javier's life unravels. Once a charming hustler, he is now jumpy, his denim jacket stained with sweat. He skips family dinners, avoiding Elena's probing questions. His cartel crew notices his distance, their glances sharp as knives. "You're too clean lately, Torres," one mutters, suspicion curling like smoke. Javier brushes it off, but fear gnaws at him. His payments from Danny, cash stuffed in envelopes, burn a hole in his pocket, a reminder of his double life. He buys Elena a new car, claiming a lucky deal, but her nurse's intuition senses lies. Danny, too, falters. The precinct praises his arrests, but his eyes are bloodshot, his temper short. He snaps at his partner, Officer Vega, who clocks his unexplained absences. At home, Marissa, 34, grows weary of his late nights, her voice sharp as she asks, "Where are you, Danny?" Their toddler, Mateo, clings to her, sensing the strain. Danny's patrol car lingers too long near industrial lots, drawing curious looks from locals. In Redmont's conservative culture, where cops are expected to be flawless, such behavior invites gossip. Vega, loyal but wary, jots down Danny's odd routes, his instincts tingling. The discovery hits on July 29, 2016. Elena, cleaning Javier's apartment, finds a burner phone hidden in a sock drawer. Its call log lists a number tied to Danny's precinct-issued phone. Her heart sinks. She confronts Javier, her voice trembling. "You're working with a cop? Are you insane?" Javier, cornered, admits to being Danny's informant, swearing it's his way out. Elena's fear turns to fury. She knows the cartel's wrath. "They'll kill you," she whispers, tears falling. She keeps the phone, unsure whether to protect her brother or expose him. As Elena wrestles with the truth, another pair of eyes watches. Who else has glimpsed their secret? How long can Javier and Danny dodge the consequences of their pact? The walls of Redmont are closing in, and a deadly reckoning is just weeks away. August 12, 2016, brings a suffocating heat to Redmont, Texas. The industrial lot on the town's edge, a maze of rusted shipping containers and gravel, bakes under a fading sun. Javier Torres, 29, paces near a dented container, his denim jacket slung over his shoulder, a burner phone clutched in his hand. His alliance with Officer Danny Ruiz, 35, is crumbling. Elena's discovery of the phone 2 weeks ago has Javier on edge, her ultimatum ringing in his ears, "Stop, or I'll turn you in." Tonight, Javier demands a way out, texting Danny, "Meet me. Lot, 7 p.m. We're done." But Danny, cornered by his own risks, has other plans. The meeting begins with a spark of tension. Danny arrives in civilian clothes, jeans, a black tee, his service pistol tucked in his waistband. The lot is deserted, the air thick with dust and diesel. Javier's voice cracks as he speaks. "I'm out, Ruiz. The cartel's sniffing around. Elena knows." Danny's eyes narrow, his jaw tight. "You don't get to walk away," he snaps. "We're in this together." Javier laughs, bitter. "Together? You're safe behind your badge. I'm the one they'll bury." The argument escalates, their voices rising over the hum of crickets. Javier accuses Danny of using him. Danny counters that Javier's greed fueled their deal. The breaking point comes in a flash. Javier, desperate, threatens to expose their pact to the precinct. "I'll tell them everything," he hisses, stepping closer. Danny's hand twitches, fear and fury colliding. He draws his pistol, aiming to intimidate. "Back off, Torres," he warns, but Javier, reckless, lunges, grabbing for the gun. A struggle erupts, dust swirling around them. The weapon fires, a single deafening shot. Javier staggers, blood blooming across his chest, his eyes wide with shock. He collapses into the dirt, his last breath a ragged gasp. Danny stands frozen, the pistol trembling in his hand, the weight of his choice crashing down. Panic seizes him. Danny wipes the gun, tossing it into a nearby dumpster, his mind racing. He flees, his truck peeling out as dusk settles. At 7:43 p.m., a scrapyard worker finds Javier's body, his 911 call shattering Redmont's evening calm. Police swarm the lot, flashlights cutting through the haze. Elena, summoned by a frantic call, arrives to see her brother's lifeless form, her screams tearing through the crowd. Redmont's residents gather, whispering about Javier's cartel ties, but Danny's name surfaces, tied to a patrol car seen nearby earlier. The lot, a place of forgotten junk, is now a tomb of secrets. Danny, back home, scrubs dirt from his hands, his face ashen, as Marissa asks about his day. Redmont mourns a son, but suspicion festers. Elena clutches Javier's jacket, vowing answers. Who will uncover the truth behind Javier's death? How will Danny face the shadow of his actions? The investigation is about to ignite, and Redmont's trust will burn. On August 13, 2016, Redmont, Texas, awakens to a town fractured by loss. The industrial lot, now a crime scene, is cordoned off with yellow tape, its gravel dusted with forensic powder. Javier Torres, 29, lies dead from a single gunshot, his blood staining the dirt. Leading the investigation is Detective Carla Espinoza, a 40-year-old veteran with a no-nonsense stare and a knack for spotting lies. Her boots crunch on the gravel as she surveys the scene, noting the absence of shell casings and the dumpster nearby. This was no random hit, she tells her team. Someone knew what they were doing. Espinoza's squad moves fast. The bullet, lodged in Javier's chest, matches a 9mm, common among law enforcement. Witnesses place a pickup truck, similar to Officer Danny Ruiz's personal vehicle, near the lot at 7 p.m. Danny, 35, a respected cop, raises red flags when Espinoza learns he patrolled the area hours before the murder. Javier's cartel ties suggest a drug deal gone wrong, but Elena, Javier's sister, insists he was trying to go straight. Her tearful plea, he was scared, said he was in too deep, points to a hidden partnership. Initial clues deepen the mystery. A search of the dumpster yields Danny's service pistol, wiped clean but traced to his badge number. Espinoza's gut twists. How did a cop's gun end up here? Danny, questioned on August 15th, claims his weapon was stolen from his locker, his voice steady but eyes darting. His alibi, home with Marissa and Mateo, holds, but Marissa hesitates, admitting Danny stepped out briefly that evening. Espinoza digs into Javier's life, finding his burner phone in Elena's possession. Its call log reveals frequent contact with Danny, including a text on August 12th. Lot, 7 p.m. The word informant begins to surface. A twist emerges on August 18th. Officer Vega, Danny's partner, reluctantly shares his notes on Danny's odd patrols, including stops at the industrial lot. He was cagey, Vega admits, guilt in his eyes. Espinoza pulls Danny's phone records, uncovering deleted texts to Javier, recovered by Tex. Keep your mouth shut, or we're both done. The alliance, once a whisper, is now a screaming motive. In Redmont, where police are near mythic, the idea of a cop colluding with a criminal, let alone killing him, shocks the community, igniting heated debates at diners and churches. The breakthrough comes on August 22nd. A gas station camera, a mile from the lot, captures Danny's truck at 7:05 p.m., contradicting his timeline. Tire tracks in the gravel match his vehicle. It's enough. On August 25th, Espinoza arrests Danny at the precinct, his badge clattering on the desk as cuffs snap on. Marissa, watching from the hallway, sobs, clutching Mateo. Elena nearby stares daggers, her grief now fury. Redmont buzzes. A hero fallen, a town betrayed. Did Danny act to silence Javier, or is there more to their pact? What secrets will the courtroom unearth? The truth awaits, and justice hangs in the balance. In March 2017, the Redmont County Courthouse becomes a crucible of truth and betrayal. The trial of Officer Danny Ruiz, 35, accused of murdering Javier Torres, 29, draws a packed gallery. Locals cram the oak pews, their whispers mingling with the creak of ceiling fans. Danny sits at the defendant's table, his buzzed hair grayer, his face etched with strain. Across the room, Elena Torres, 27, grips Javier's old denim jacket, her eyes burning with grief. Marisa Ruiz, 34, sits alone, Mateo on her lap, her faith in her husband shattered. The air hums with a question. Can justice heal Redmont's wounds? Prosecutor Laura Bennett, a sharp-eyed attorney with a commanding voice, builds a relentless case. She paints Danny as a cop corrupted by ambition, his secret alliance with Javier a betrayal that ended in murder. Bennett presents the damning evidence: the service pistol, the gas station footage, the recovered texts. Keep your mouth shut. Danny Ruiz, killed to protect his badge, she declares, her words landing like blows. The jury, a mix of ranchers and shopkeepers, leans forward, their trust in law enforcement shaken. The prosecution's most searing moment comes when Elena takes the stand. Her voice trembles as she recounts Javier's fear, his hope for a new start. He trusted Danny, she says, tears falling, and Danny shot him like he was nothing. The courtroom stills, Elena's pain a mirror of Redmont's fractured faith. Her testimony underscores the human cost of Danny's choices, a family torn apart in a town that prides itself on loyalty. Defense attorney Marcus Hale fights back, sowing doubt. He portrays Javier as an unreliable criminal, his threats to expose Danny a motive for self-defense. My client acted in a moment of panic, Hale argues, questioning the pistol's lack of fingerprints and suggesting cartel involvement. He calls a witness, a barfly, who claims Javier bragged about playing a cop. The jury shifts, uncertain, but the gas station footage and texts weigh heavy. Hale's narrative phrase against the evidence. On a crisp April morning, the verdict drops. Guilty of first-degree murder. Danny's shoulders slump, his eyes fixed on the floor, as the judge sentences him to life without parole. Gasps ripple through the crowd. Elena exhales, her face a mix of relief and sorrow. Marisa, clutching Mateo, leaves in silence, her world upended. Redmont's heart skips. Its hero is now its villain. Did justice mend Redmont's broken trust, or merely expose its deepest flaws? As the gavel falls, the true consequences of this tragedy begin to unfold, reshaping lives in its wake. By late 2017, Redmont, Texas, carries the weight of a wound that refuses to heal. The industrial lot, once a crime scene, is now just a patch of gravel, but Javier Torres's blood lingers in the town's memory. Redmont streets, lined with taco stands and sun-faded signs, feel quieter, its trust in law enforcement fractured. The precinct, a symbol of pride, now faces scrutiny, its officers shadowed by Danny Ruiz's betrayal. In a town built on faith and family, the fall of a cop cuts deep. Elena Torres, 27, navigates a life reshaped by loss. Her hospital shifts continue, but Javier's absence is a constant ache. She moves into a smaller apartment, his denim jacket hung on the wall like a shrine. Elena channels her grief into advocacy, speaking at community forums about drug reform, her voice steady, but eyes distant. Javier wasn't perfect, she says, but he deserved better. Her fight is for him, for Redmont, for second chances that never came. Marisa Ruiz, 34, leaves Redmont with Mateo, now 3, seeking refuge in Austin. The home she shared with Danny, once filled with Mateo's laughter, is sold, its memories too heavy. Marisa teaches part-time, her smile forced as she rebuilds for her son. Dani's letters from prison go unanswered. She can't forgive the man who broke her world. Mateo's questions about his father sting, but Marissa vows to give him a life untainted by betrayal. Dani, 36, serves life in a Texas prison, his badge a distant memory. In his cell, he replays that fatal shot, haunted by Javier's eyes and his own choices. Redmont's scorn, calling him the cop who killed, follows him, a heavier sentence than bars. He clings to faint hope of atonement, but the path is steep. Redmont's community adapts. The precinct mandates ethics training, a response to Dani's breach of trust. Churches host vigils, urging healing over judgment. The Alliance, a violation of Redmont's values, sparks talks about power and accountability, resonating beyond Texas. What tempts a protector to betray? How do we mend when heroes fall? Javier and Dani's story warns that secrets, even born of good intent, can ignite destruction. As Redmont rebuilds, one truth holds: scars teach, even as they pain. Could this have been stopped? Share your thoughts below, like this video, and subscribe for more true crime stories that probe the heart. Next, uncover a case where a pastor's lie led to a deadly secret. Don't miss it.